Simulating CyberScout fraud alerts is a crucial step in testing an organization's incident response plan and ensuring the effectiveness of its fraud detection systems. To begin, it is essential to understand what CyberScout is and how it works. CyberScout is a fraud detection and prevention service that provides alerts to organizations when suspicious activity is detected. The first step in simulating CyberScout fraud alerts is to identify the types of alerts that need to be simulated. This can include alerts for credit card fraud, identity theft, or other types of cybercrime. Once the types of alerts have been identified, the next step is to create a test scenario that mimics the conditions under which a real alert would be triggered. To create a test scenario, start by gathering relevant data, such as sample credit card numbers or personal identifiable information. This data should be fictional and not associated with any real individuals. Next, use this data to simulate a fraudulent transaction or activity that would trigger a CyberScout alert. The simulation can be done using various tools and techniques, such as penetration testing or vulnerability exploitation. The goal is to mimic the behavior of a real attacker and trigger a CyberScout alert. It is essential to ensure that the simulation is done in a controlled environment and does not pose a risk to the organization's actual systems or data. Once the simulation is complete, the next step is to analyze the response of the organization's incident response team. This includes evaluating the timeliness and effectiveness of their response, as well as identifying any areas for improvement. The results of the simulation should be documented and used to refine the incident response plan and improve the overall fraud detection and prevention capabilities of the organization. Best practices for simulating CyberScout fraud alerts include using realistic and relevant data, ensuring that the simulation is done in a controlled environment, and evaluating the response of the incident response team. It is also essential to ensure that the simulation is done in compliance with all relevant laws and regulations, such as the General Data Protection Regulation. In conclusion, simulating CyberScout fraud alerts is an essential step in testing an organization's incident response plan and ensuring the effectiveness of its fraud detection systems by following the steps outlined in this guide. Organizations can create a realistic and effective simulation that helps to identify areas for improvement and improve their overall fraud detection and prevention capabilities.